Welcome to Maya training for ZHA. If you've never opened Maya before, this is the video to watch. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the very basic controls of how to navigate Maya. So the very first one I'm going to show you is how to navigate the viewport. So obviously if you move the cursor moves, but if you hold down Alt on the keyboard and left click, you'll do what's known as tumble. Okay. If you middle click, you'll pan. And if you right click, you'll zoom in and out. Thank you for letting me know. So again, Alt left click to tumble, Alt middle click to pan, and Alt right click to zoom in. Okay. Okay, so let's make our first object. Now you could just click something up here on the shelf to make your first object. But I think you can hold more than one button at the same time. So if you hold down Shift on the keyboard now, right click, and you'll create an object of your choice. I don't mind which one you choose. I'm going to choose a cube. Okay, it's not very big in screen. So if, say for example, you want to zoom in on that, we press F on the keyboard, which focuses whatever you have selected into the viewport. It frames it. Again, so Alt, let's pan around, Alt left click, up down, middle click, right click, in and out. Okay, so how do we manipulate this? So let's just move it, for example. So over on the left you have the move buttons, move buttons here. You've got lasso selection, paint selection, move, rotate, and scale. Okay, so we're not really concerned with these ones yet. We're just going to worry about the basics. Now Maya has a system where it's called QWERTY. So QWERTY on the keyboard is a variety of buttons or controls in Maya. Q is the one we're in at the moment, which is selecting. So if you click on the empty space, you deselect. Click on the object, you select it. The first letter after that would be W. That changes us to move. So the move tool, if you click on any of the arrows or any of the lines on the arrows, it will constrain it to that axis as you move it. Press Z on the keyboard to restore what you did, and press Shift Z to redo what you did. So Z to undo, Shift Z to redo. Let's restore it back. Okay, so then if you've got these boxes here, that moves it in two axes, I should say. So that lets you move up and then to the side. So I'll press Z to restore. This does the same. So this effectively will slide it in. I can't move up and down. It's only sliding along the surface. And then finally this one does it in that axis too. You'll notice that these manipulator gimbals are very similar. Okay, so say for example I want to make these arrows bigger or smaller. Press minus on the keyboard to make the thing smaller. Press plus on the keyboard to make them larger. Okay, so that was W. E is rotate. So if you click on the yellow one, it rotates based on the view you're looking through. If you click anywhere in free space, it does a free rotate. And if you click on any of the colored edges or colored lines, it will only rotate in that given axis. Let's say. As you notice, as I'm doing this, the channel box over here is updating the values. So you could click on the value and say I want to rotate that 90 degrees and press enter to enter the value. Now cube's the same and it's 90 degrees or not, so you probably not see much. Let's say try 45. You get the idea. Okay. And the last one is R on the keyboard. Well, it's not the last one. There's lots of keys, but the one we're going to go to next is scale. So the same thing again, just like move, if I click this one, it will only scale in those two axes, or in this one, that way, or this one, that way. Quite useful, almost like squash and stretch in a number of ways. And then the same for these, or this one, or if you click the middle, it does overall. Or if you haven't got it selected, so if I select this and I'm in the move tool, if I middle click in the empty space, it assumes you just want to scale them all together. So you don't even have to click on the object to scale. It's called a virtual slider. Same thing would be for the rotate. So in theory, if I go rotate here, or press E on the keyboard, I seem to remember the last one. I'm not sure if I do that, then does it let me do it? No. I think it rotates a little bit different from the other ones. Okay, so that is how to navigate. The background color here, at the moment we've got a lovely little gradient, but Maya has a few up its sleeve. If you press Alt on the keyboard, the same as you're rotating, but this time take your hand, don't press any mouse buttons, just press B on the keyboard and keep pressing. You'll cycle through the different backgrounds. And pick one you like, depends what you're doing really. Okay. What else? I guess that's really the most basic intro. We do go into in the next video. We'll go into more detail about what the interface is about. But this is a supplement video, realizing that I didn't actually do this very basic intro. Okay, thank you.